Yo, folks. Oh, it's a black screen.
Oh
You might think that
my
nothing's
God.
happening, but we're talking because it's the pre-show. No music at all, because that's how we start this shit, Trey. You know, earlier Shark was asking us, like, hey, what happened to Raw? Absolutely nothing, Shark. Like, nothing at all. But yeah, we're going to go off on this shit and talk shit like how we typically do, because we're two really big wrestling fans that wish we could watch wrestling without being upset all the fucking time. But Trey, how you doing, man?
I am doing okay. Well, I was doing okay until I had to watch the show. But other than that, I'm still trying to hold on to my sanity, you know.
Makes sense. I'm actually kind of wondering something really quick. Because we're doing a pre-show. Yeah, I think something fucked up. I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna refresh this really quick, see if we're on. And we're on. Okay, we are good. All right. Thank
Okay, good,
God.
good. I was about to check myself. I was like, what's going on?
Oh no, what happening, bro? No, we're good. We're good. But yeah, so we're basically just waiting on Hovig. I'm gonna see if Hovig can show up over here and everything. He's probably taking a really big, angry, I don't like wrestling dump right now, which is fine. That's a good thing. I just hope it doesn't stink too much, because I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I mean, I'm just being as immature as I possibly can at this point, Trey. I'm thinking, you know, because of such a horrible show this is, I'm thinking, like, okay, there has to be a reason. I mean, usually this is the dry spell of wrestling storylines where there's not a whole lot going on. Is there another time for you, like around, you know, this time of year, May, June, where shows were this bad or this boring? Because this is like, what, the third, fourth week in a row that we've had a bad show. So, I mean, yeah, is there a time that was really good around this time, Trey, or no?
The only in terms of being good, I think it had to be doing the Summer of Punk 2 that happened around this time. I want to say.
Oh,
That was the best thing
the
I
pipe
remember
bomb.
doing. Yeah,
Okay.
that was great.
Yeah, and right before that too, I think wasn't the Miz champion, and then that's when Osama bin Laden died or whatever. So like John Cena announced it after he won the title in that steel cage match.
Right.
Yeah, man, no, that was actually a pretty good year. I thought the Miz was a great champion around that time, man. I love that shit. But God, I mean, I'm trying to think, like, aside from that, I mean, another good year for me, I remember pretty well is, and I hate to go back to the Attitude Era yet again, people, but like, dude, fucking 2000, Chris Jericho winning the belt for like 2 minutes. You know, fucking, or that was in April, I believe, in 2000. But then, you know, like a month later, I remember the Radicals broke up, and fucking Vince McMahon teamed up with the rest of the Helmsley regime to take on Undertaker, Kane, and The Rock, and oh, some good times, man. Good times, Trey.
Happier times, I should say. Happier times. I mean, even with WCW like being around that time, hell, even ECW being around. I don't know. It's just. I always go back to that McMahon DVD on times like this. Vince misses competition, and as much as he tries to put the other competitions down, like Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling, I feel like they need to get themselves up there so he can have competition again. Because the stuff we get like nowadays, it's bad. It's like. And you're seeing the result of what happened after Vince defeated WCW. All these years later, sure, there was some good periods there. The Ruthless Aggression era, the PG era took a minute because you know they had that whole guest host crap going on around that time.
Yeah.
But it's just like, hey, like, anyway, Hovig, how's it going?
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, how you doing, buddy?
Well, another fucking day. I'm survived another bunch of bullshit.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's a wrestling comment right there. I think that's just in general.
Well, mostly wrestling.
Okay. Some are gonna fight with their loved one. That's how I feel all the time too. It's okay. We all
That
have
too.
those days. So it's all good. I understand. No, but yeah, people. I guess we're all here right now. We were just reminiscing over really good May and June's of wrestling's past, aside from this year's May and June.
Oh yeah, May and June from Wrestling Pass. We're talking about the invasion angle.
You know what? We have not yet. And 2001, that was a pretty good fucking time for wrestling as well. Just the whole Shane McMahon showing up in a limousine with the WCW on it, and Booker T always like lurking in the shadows. When's it gonna show up? I love that shit, dude. That was amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Especially Kurt Angle and his fucking weak ass gimmick around that time. But people, the reason why we're talking about this so much, people, is because obviously it's a pre-show. We're just shooting the shit and talking and messing around. But at the same time, we gotta get into a semblance of just happiness before we really just go straight into some anger. So I'm taking it away. Clickety click. That's gone.
No,
Clickety click that too. Oh, happy Nick Diaz Day. Oh, thank you, Shark. Yes, Dawn Life. I love Dawn. Dun, 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 dun. Raw sucks 1 out of 5. Oh, we're gonna get into it, folks. It's time to get this show on the road. So, with that said, join me, folks, in 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. Attack the chat.
Oh!
Oh.
This time with music.
This time with music. Nice. Nice. Generic guitar. Okay, people, we are here is the MC at Ringside Hangout, where you hang out with us and just mourn our favorite fucking source of entertainment. But it's gone. It's dead now. It sucks. It sucks, Hovik. It sucks, Trey. It's fucking trash. It's fucking garbage. It's fucking poo-poo. It's fucking stinky diarrhea doo-doo.
I know that Trey saw my post, but Nick, did you see my Facebook post?
I did not see your Facebook post. What did that face post say, sir?
It just says, "Do I gotta continue watching?"
I mean,
And
yeah.
my response was, "We all must suffer."
There you go.
We all must suffer. It's making matters worse, and so we're dropping songs now. Oh, for real, is he?
Yes.
God
yes.
damn
And
it.
that music video is cringy as hell.
I
Y'all-
gotta click on this for a second.
Y'all could keep that, fam.
What the fuck?
This I saw. What the fuck?
Oh no, no! This is bad. You know what though? Here's the thing. At least he's not on my wrestling show bugging the fuck out of me. At least he's doing his own thing, bugging other people who are dumb enough to
And
actually
also
listen.
know, that shit don't surprise me.
Yeah, you know, and the thing that doesn't surprise me either is that apparently Trey likes sucking Chewbacca's balls. I mean, they are some really nice furry balls.
Why does Trey like sucking Chewbacca's balls?
I don't know. Raheem, I think, has a crush on Trey.
God damn, Raheem.
I think Raheem just getting desperate after this terrible Raw show. Which Raheem, I don't blame you, man. We're all suffering right now.
We really are. Because I gotta start this off. Nia Jax is a heel, folks. What the fuck? What in the mother of all fucks? Why would she make fun of that horrible face Ronda Rousey does? And by the way, Nia Jax, when she's being a heel and she has to add some kind of extra character to who the fuck she is, she's worse on the mic. She didn't get better. She got worse. And she's getting worse when she's doing fucking cringy ass shit like that. She's literally bullying when she just got through with the storyline where she was being bullied.
You know, the funny thing about Nia Jax is that Friday, a couple days ago, I went into my my Best Buy store to pick up Detroit Become Human. And all the employees, because I used to work there, and all the employees come up to me, they're like, "Yo, do you know who was just here earlier?" I'm like, "Who?" They're like, "Yo, Nia Jax was just earlier." I was like, "I don't care."
I'm actually shocked that she said that right now. I thought you were gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
And then the funny thing is, as soon as she showed up on TV today, I was like, "Now I really don't care that she showed up into that store."
Yeah. Oh,
Like I don't think I've really. After what they did with this girl, with the whole dropping of
and shit,
making her cry and fucking bullshit. And no, Solo does not suck, Raheem. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, they like fucked her up with the whole monster woman stick. They could like get rid of her, and I wouldn't miss her.
No, I'm at that point too, and it sucks because I appreciate a big girl being. I'm gonna say a fat girl. She's a fat girl, and she fucking kicked ass, and she's better than all the good-looking girls. Nia Jax, personality-wise and character-wise, makes her super attractive, as well as she's a great competitor. She's fucking awesome. Anytime she was on screen, I was like, dude, fucking, this is better than Brock Lesnar's shit, because at least Nia Jax can do more than fucking 4 moves. For being a big girl, she can do a lot of shit, which is awesome. And, whatever. But, like, now it's like, dude, for one, she does less fucking moves. She talks worse. She's boring as shit on the mic. She's written terribly. Her badassness to her character doesn't exist anymore because we just saw her ass crying 2 fucking months ago. And what the fuck? And then she doesn't even seem like a threat anymore because she has all these tiny-ass little fucking skinny anorexic chicks beating her ass all the fucking time. Why did Alexa Bliss ever beat Nia Jax? That makes no fucking sense to me. Like, at this point, Ronda Rousey better win because if she doesn't, and yet everybody else could, Ronda Rousey's stock just fucking plummeted within 1 match. So, I mean, I will not accept anything other than Ronda Rousey winning, which annoys me because she shouldn't be fucking champion this fast. It's so just...
Yeah, it's like at this point, it's not like we don't want to go and, what was I going to say? We don't want her to be champion, but we just want her to beat Nia Jax.
Yeah, it's like they barricade themselves into just bad decisions and bad fucking rapport with the fans. Like, you guaranteed that we're gonna be mad either way. You just divide the audience and negativity. You should never fucking do that, ever, ever. But Trey, I'm gonna ask you, man. I mean, are we hyperbolic right now? Are we being fucking crazy with this whole Nia Jax thing?
I'm surprised you didn't reference me in that whole speech because even Shark just said what I've been saying for the longest time. WWE doesn't know what to do with Nia Jax. Like,
yeah, and then look what I said. I said WWE doesn't know what to do with WWE.
Well, I think in my defense, we've all said it because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that they don't know what the fuck to do with even half the goddamn roster. They don't know what to do with fucking No Way Jose. Hey, you know that Adam Rose gimmick we have in the back? Put that on him. Like, what the fuck? You know, but I mean, go ahead, though.
But stick to the Nia Jax thing, and I agree with you with the WWE thing, Hovig, but just Nia Jax right now. For the longest time, I've been saying this, that the Nia Jax, the underdog stick that they were giving her this whole entire time. Nick, you just said it, like, Alexa Bliss beating her, then she's being treated like an underdog. It's just kind of like, what is this? And now all of a sudden I'm supposed to believe that she was able to do all this to that. Then she wasn't even an MMA star. She was she's actually a wrestler. I forgot her wrestler name already. I know she's an indie star, I guess. But, huh?
Wait, are you talking about the girl that went to NXT or are you talking about Sonya Deville?
No, I'm talking about the girl that Nia Jax beat up, like, tonight. Like, because she was doing some MMA moves and stuff like that. And then Nia Jax was like, pretty much it was like, hey, this is what I'm going to do to you, Ronda. I know how to go against your moves and stuff. And it was done horribly. It was done cringy. And I'm just like, okay, so, like, I'm supposed to believe all of a sudden you're not the underdog anymore. You're trying to prove yourself. It just makes her gimmick even worse. That's why... Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm going to keep saying this until they finally figure out what to do with this Nia Jax character, because they've taken her around the world at this point, and I just don't buy it at all. Even if they are changing it from the underdog thing, it's too late in my opinion, because she was still the underdog even last week. And then now all of a sudden she's like, yeah, man, Ronda, this is what I'm going to do to you. You know, I can get through your moves because, you know, I'm Nia Jax. And I'm just like, get out of here with that mess. Where was this months ago?
No, exactly. And then, like, the biggest question I was left, you know, while watching this fucking match and the entire show was, you know, does John Cena wear a thong under his jean shorts? And if so, what color? And I'm like, God damn it, you know? Like, I don't know what color John Cena's thong is under his jean shorts.
That's why I said different. It's got to be different colors, just like what The Rock said a couple years ago about him coming out with different fucking colors every week.
Yeah,
like different colors, shirt or whatever the fuck.
It's Fruity Pebble. It has Fred
Fruity
Flintstones, but, you know, Fred shit stains. Like, I'm sorry, Jurassic Mark, that was a great fucking... Like, we're over here getting mad. It's like, look, Trey speaks the truth, and it's like I could add a whole lot to what Trey said, but there's no reason to. I might as well just talk about John Cena's fucking thought at this point, because this has been such an uninteresting fucking feud that should have been literally the big main event. This could have been like the first ever women's main event ever next year if they built it right, but they didn't, and it's fucking ridiculous, and it's fucking terrible. But to move on from more terrible shit, I don't know which one's worse. The BBQ thing, which, by the way, I love the B team. I've been loving the B team. The B team's been one of my favorite parts of the fucking show every single week, and they ruined it tonight. What? It's not Thanksgiving. They never do special things for Memorial Day. What the fuck was that barbecue segment? And Rhino throwing food all over the place, and I'm like, I can't help but think like the fucking loser that I am, that normally I'd have a job that has to be the guy who comes out there and cleans the shit after they fucking leave the ring. So it's like, stop making a mess.
You know, when they did the whole fucking barbecue thing, and I was like, yo, this is like a shitty version of that DX barbecue shit from like years ago.
Yeah, and that was shitty too.
Yeah, that wasn't even good as well. Oh, wait, hold on. Which one are we talking about? Because they've done a few.
They did it outside, and Triple H simulated a blowjob.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
That was fucking stupid. Oh, look at Mr. Fuji. Oh, like, oh wow, that's really cute, guys. Fucking hilarious.
That's definitely the one that I'm even talking about too, because they did do the one with the whole Owen Hart with the sausage fucking big shtick, whatever. See, that one was kind of comedic, but that second one when they were doing it outside, that was fucking retarded.
Yeah, it was horrible because they're trying to do shit. It's almost like when fucking, and I know you and Raheem are having an argument in the chat right now about it, but it's almost like when Star Wars tries to do shit that they already did better back in the day, stop doing the same shit. It's like that. It's like when someone tells a joke, like a Jerry Seinfeld. He goes up and he tells the same joke he's been telling for 40 years. It's not as funny as when you did it in a small crowd and a fucking, like, WWE, dude, let jokes die.
But I think every comedian does that too.
The bad ones. I mean, I feel like...
No, because I remember when I went to go see George Carlin, and this was like about a year or so before he died, And he was literally doing jokes that I heard years prior on another comedy special. I was like, okay, well, whatever. I still get to see the fool live.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I didn't like George Carlin too. Like, I mean, there's certain things where I'm like, you know, I mean, comedy is subjective, just like wrestling is subjective or whatever the fuck. But it's like sometimes it's time to let jokes die. You know, a joke, and that's the thing I like about comedy and jokes and shit like that too, is because sometimes it's all about the moment. Like that whole thing with Shawn Michaels and Stan. That wouldn't be funny if they did this shit now with Dolph Ziggler and some guy named Bob. You know what I mean? Like, do you remember that statement, by the way, when Shawn Michaels was like, "Oh, his name is Stan," and then he sweet chin musics him, and then he starts.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and it's like that was funny, but like, imagine if Dolph Ziggler did that tonight. Like, hey, what's your name? Bob. See, Bob, and then it's Max. You know, it'd be fucking stupid. You know, and it's like that barbecue thing.
No, see that? I just kicked Stan.
Yeah, but like, see that? I just kicked Bob, and then Drew Rock, oh, don't calm down, Dolph. Like, it would have been fucking stupid. It's like, you know, sometimes don't do the same shit all over again, especially when it comes to jokes, because jokes is about the moment of what you're doing currently. Don't fucking do that shit. It's ridiculous. You know, I mean, it's like Deadpool 2 doing the same fucking reference shit. You know, it's like
I still haven't seen Deadpool 2.
Yeah, and like I said, comedy is subjective. I think maybe if, you know, you'll probably love it. But me, personally, it's like shit like that. It's like if you keep doing the same thing and I can tell the joke before you tell it, then I should be on stage instead of you. I'm doing a better job in my head than you are, and you cost fucking money. It's ridiculous to me. But yeah, like that BBQ segment, I fucking hated. And the Lashley Zane segment, speaking of doing shit all over again, over and over, was this not the exact same thing that happened the week after Alexa Bliss's fucking This Is Your Life Bailey thing? They just did a back-to-back copy of the 2 weeks that Alexa Bliss and fucking Bailey did their shit that everyone crapped on. Like
the what thing?
Remember the This Is Your Life thing when Alexa Bliss came out and she's like, hey, this is all Bailey's ex-boyfriend to shit, and then like the next week
you're talking about the Lashley thing. Oh, well, to be honest, I didn't know what I started seeing the Sami Zayn segment earlier, and then I had to go to the bathroom, so I didn't know how it ended.
Well, basically, it just ended the same way, except, you know, obviously Bobby Lashley did a different move than Bailey and actually just had some physical altercation, but it was a lame altercation for one. You know, like, we're watching grown-ass men do a, you know, say mercy shit. Like, you know, you can squeeze his hand and wrench on it. Like, okay, not that interesting, you know, but, like, Trey, I'm going to ask you, what did you find worse of these two statements? Because they're both repeats of shit that they've already done many, many times before. But what did you feel about the BBQ statement and the Lashley Zane statement tonight?
Oh man! Fun fact: Stan is Ty Dillinger. For those who didn't know, so yeah, wrestling fun fact. Love wrestling.
Was it really?
Yeah, that was Ty Dillinger. Yeah, fun facts. Woo, but anyway, God, man. See, the Sami Zayn and Apollo Crews.
Yeah, wow, racist.
Bobby Lashley thing is a continuation of a bad thing from last week, whereas the barbecue is just a today thing for the most part. So the barbecues, I guess it was bad, yes, but I guess I'm giving it a pass because I'm still hating this Bobby Lashley Sami Zayn thing even more tonight than I did. Well, no, I hated last week's more, but still, this is just stupid. It is stupid overall. Like, I'm even getting myself confused over all this trash. It's hard for me to compare which one was worse, actually, because it's just like they were both bad in their own right, and I'm tired of it. And you did bring up a good point. They can do the same thing with Alexa Bliss and Bailey not that long ago. So they just don't know what to do. Like, why did Bobby Lashley leave TNA just to come back to this? You know, it's trash.
No, it's fucking ridiculous. It's bullshit,
Yo,
man.
They just trying so hard not to put him up against fucking Lesnar right now.
Yeah, it's almost like they're allergic to each other. I don't know, like just some kind of force field around.
Or I don't know. Are they really trying not to put him up against Lesnar because they feel it's going to be another Goldberg Lesnar WrestleMania 20 type of status?
No, I feel like what it is Brock Lesnar has to give the torch to somebody else, and they're constantly trying to tease. They're giving it to Roman Reigns, and they're like, you know what? We have a backup big guy. And it's like if Roman Reigns, you know, is getting caught with more drugs or people walk out more of his matches, then okay, we have our second decision, Bobby Lashley. Because Braun Strowman, at this point, people are so fucking stupidly in love with him. And I emphasize the word stupid because this motherfucker ain't doing shit. And it's like, you know what? If something happens and Bobby Lashley isn't going to be picked to be the guy who takes the belt from fucking Lesnar, it's going to be Braun Strowman. And I think everybody's going to be cool with that. I mean, whether or not they like his comedy, whether or not they like his fucking big brute force monster shit, no matter what, Braun Strowman will be accepted. But they want to go something different with Bobby Lashley, and I get that, and that's cool. But we all know Roman Reigns is, that guy. So we'll see what fucking happens with that shit. I wish it was Seth Rollins because, as I'm going to bring this up right now, Seth Rollins saved the fucking show again. This was a 0 out of 5 fucking show for me. This was really, really fucking bad. But that Rollins match with Jinder Mahal was great. And you guys show Jinder Mahal, man, he's a great fucking wrestler. Like, I don't know why people hate on him so much, aside from his promo skills, but, like, he's great. Like, Trey, I know you hate him a lot, too. I'm going to let you go first on this because, like, did he impress you at all? I mean, do you see my point with Jinder Mahal, or...
I preach the gospel of Jinder Mahal. What are you talking about? Anyway.
God damn it.
Anyway, yeah, this is the best.
He does say, "All hail the great Maharaja" every weekend. Every week.
I like how you just Asian that up too, like every weekend.
Weekend. No, I said every weekend. Every week.
You damn right. You damn right, Holwick. Anyway, yeah, man, I gotta say I was very impressed by this match. Seth Rollins, I felt like, because it was his birthday today, he was just like, hey, listen, we're gonna have a good match tonight, whether you like it or not. And honestly, they did do a good job with him. And Jinder did show he can go when he's given the right opponent for the most part, because I think Seth and Jinder can actually go with each other after seeing what I saw tonight. So yeah, that was a great match.
And the chair shot stuff, seeing a face lose his shit, being like, listen, I don't give a fuck if it's like not the best, happiest thing for me to do. I need to hit this motherfucker because I'm mad. I think that's perfect for the character. I think that's something that Seth Rollins has needed to do instead of being Mr. like, I'm the best performer on the show. I mean, that's not a characteristic. That's a ticket price selling. It's like no one really cares if you're, I want to win by not cheating. It's like, no, lose your shit. Hit somebody with a fucking chair. I love that stuff. You, Hovig, do you agree with Seth Rollins being the best part of tonight's show?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like, of course. Like, I mean, what is this, like the 8th time in a row now?
Well, I mean, the thing is, ever since they made him the Intercontinental Champion, like, he's actually been doing stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, not that, what's his name? The Miz wasn't, but Rollins is like, Rollins is Rollins. You know what I mean? So, like, he always does everything he can. And plus, I mean, I kind of like the fact that he did chair shot the shit out of Jinder Mahal, because it was kind of like a, it came full circle from last week when Jinder Mahal chair shotted him. Mm-hmm. So I was like, that is kind of like a bittersweet revenge type of thing,
Yeah, because he lost his shit, but he didn't lose his shit first. It was like, okay, well, I'm still a good guy because he hit me first. There's a lot of things around it that's like the storyline defends itself, and so does the character. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, as far as the show, the whole fucking show goes, dude. This is a 1 out of 5, just like last week and just like the week before. This was terrible. I didn't watch the fucking thing. I watched a couple of fucking highlights. I definitely watched most of the Seth Rollins match. But I read it, and like I'm telling you, the writing's terrible. What they did with Matt Hardy and fucking, they beat the Ascension. What the fuck was that shit? And talk about undoing the women shit. Now you got me back. I don't give a fuck about the women and the wrestling shit because Ember Moon sucks, and she's like the next big, like, let's just push her all the fucking way through. Ronda Rousey and fucking Nia Jax, that's fucking terrible. And that match, the 6 women Money in the Bank, the first Money in the Bank winner was a fucking dude who looks like a worm. So it's like you tarnished the Money in the Bank. Like, I don't give a fuck about Money in the Bank women.
Who was the first winner?
James Ellsworth.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh no, it's Carmella, but still James Ellsworth. It's like, dude, the whole it's like when Harvey Whoopin won the women's championship back in 1997, and he was like, no, it was 1999, and he beat Ivory for it and shit.
Hold on. Speaking of James Ellsworth, did you guys hear or read about what he said was supposed to go on with his character before he was released?
Honestly, no, and I honestly don't care, but go ahead and tell me.
Dude, like, he said it, I think, on a podcast or some interview. And he was like, his last match, he was facing Becky Lynch. And he said the plan was for him to start wrestling females and then have like a gender neutral or some shit like that belt, and for him to keep fighting women or whatever the fuck, and him winning this. Basically, they wanted to Andy Kaufman his ass.
Well, no, but that's the thing. That would have been smart, but it's like they still can't have men hit women like that because then you get like, I mean, it'd be a joke title, you know. But then if it was ever taken seriously, you'd see a man legitimately trying to beat the fuck out of a woman to win a stupid belt, and that's not cool. You know what I mean? Like
that. No, that's not cool for WWE, but in the Indies, that's what they fucking do.
Yeah, which is weird. I mean, they have what's that dude? Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan.
Yeah, he grabs girls by the vagina and he squeezes them, and then that's his finishing move. Like,
I was actually just watching a couple matches from a wrestling event from the wrestling school that I might be.
Pro Wrestling, APW.
No. Maybe APW. No, but the one that I'm talking about was from I Believe in Wrestling.
Oh.
It's run from the wrestling school that's around here, and like there was like a mixed tag match, like two guys, like mixed tag match.
Yeah, like guy girl versus guy girl.
Correct, and it didn't have WWE rules like when the guy tags in the girl, the other guy gets out. No, it was like girl versus guy versus girl. Like they were going at it. I'm just sitting there watching it because it was on Instagram. I was like, holy shit, they're going in at each other. Like, what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, they're giving no fucks right now.
And see, this is a perfect time to do that. I mean, I think they did something kind of cool with that in Royal Rumble, like 2011, where Karma came back for the Royal Rumble and beat up Dolph Ziggler and Cody Rhodes. And I was like,
and Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, with Great Khali and Santino Marella, and then fucking China beat up Stone Cold a couple times. You know what I mean? Like,
I think what it is fucking Nia Jax would have been perfect for that shit too.
Oh, no, of course. Or Ronda Rousey. Like, we should have had Ronda Rousey versus Triple H. That would have been perfect.
Man, when I was at WrestleMania, when that match was going on, I got a fucking text message from my buddy who was watching it at home. He's like, yo, this bitch for real threw fucking Triple H. Like, she did whatever the fuck she did. I was like, I know that shit was badass. Like, Ronda Rousey would have been a great contender to go up against the guys. Nia Jax, even Tamina. Tamina would have been great to go up against the guys.
Yeah, that's a way to build a heel really good, too. Like, oh, wow, you're such a bad heel, such a piece of shit that you're going to hit on women. It's like, well, great time to make the people boo him. Like, that's easy heat right there. Like,
I really have no fucking... Like I said earlier, WWE doesn't know what to do with WWE.
Yeah, man. And by the way, I haven't looked at the chat at all. Sorry, guys. But no, Railway King says, Trey sucks Ginger's dick by sucking his cock.
And as I responded, I'm not even in Ginger's league to do that. I'm nothing but a peasant to the Maharaja.
That was so unnecessary.
I am not in Ginger's league to do that. I'm a lowly. I'm just on the ground. I'm like, there's a level. Like he's up top, like the king, and I'm just a peasant that just mows the yard or something like that. So I can't do that. That's for the queens and the jokers.
It's just like. Why make a complete sentence of something?
To the right.
Yeah, I love that shit. Raheem, you're fucking stupid, dude. I love it. Yeah, man. But no, and Roger Bear saying, yeah, it's not smart, stupid. James Ellsworth wasn't gonna be a transgender. Yeah, that would have been bad too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They probably would have went there too, man.
They probably would have. No, man.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that stuff they with Santino, where he had a sister.
Santina.
He was Santina, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's almost like Adam Sandler doing that fucking what was that shit called when he?
Oh shit.
Oh, damn it! What's it called? I don't know. What the fuck.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. Thank you very much. Really quick before we get into ratings, well, I already gave mine, but we'll ask you next. But before we even get into more so ratings than that, do you want to explain yourself with this whole fight you had with Raheem right now with the solo thing? Why do people think the box office matters as far as the quality goes for a film?
I don't know. That was my point.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, here's the thing. I know I'm not going to like Solo. I think the movie fucking looks, I mean, it looks kind of cool. Looks better than the last two. But at the same time, like, it's fucking Star Wars. So it's going to be fucking stupid. Sorry, Hovey. But at the same time, it's like, just because it did bad in the box office, I mean, it could be just people not going to see it as much because we see these all the time now. I mean, we just had a Star Wars movie about 6 fucking months ago. And, you know what I mean?
It was more like 4.5.
Yeah, basically. Oh, no, because, yeah, it was still in the movie theaters in February, I think, right? Or late January.
Yeah. Like I think Last Jedi was still in the movies up until the Blu-ray came out. But they did the same thing with like Black Panther and Thor and a lot of the movies. They've been leaving that. Dude, Jumanji was still in theaters as the digital copy came out.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Yeah, Sony, man, I don't know. They need to do that shit again with Jumanji because that shit. They really kept that thing alive.
I still haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, you should. It's actually really good. I like it. I mean, it's
I heard.
as fuck, but...
I heard it was entertaining and not taken seriously. I was like, you know what? That's what Jumanji is.
Wait, Raheem, Trey didn't even say anything, man. He's saying, Trey, what the fuck are you talking about? What?
Wait, what?
I didn't say nothing. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
I think he's talking about the whole Trey sucking dick or something.
Yeah, he's like, Trey, what are you talking about? Maybe he can't hear you because your mouth is full of invisible penis, Trey.
Invisible Canadian Indian.
He got the invisibles in his mouth.
Got the invisible penis.
But no. So mine was 1 out of 5. I mean, not my dick. The show. My rating for the show was 1 out of 5. You Hovig, what was your rating for the show?
Oh, can I skip SmackDown tomorrow?
Honestly, you know what, people?
That's my rating.
We so can.
Wait, what? But SmackDown's been pretty great lately. Like, well, for 2 weeks anyway. Like, okay, never mind. Yeah, it's been great for 2 weeks.
He's like, for 2 weeks. Wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah, exactly.
But in wrestling time, though, as far as quality, that's almost a year. It's like, 2 weeks.
Yeah, true.
What was I gonna say?
You're gonna say, so this is the reason why I want to skip tomorrow, and we should do it. And no, what was your rating for the show of tonight?
A 0.5 out of 5, bro.
0.5, and yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Man, I gave no fucks about this goddamn show. And who won the goddamn gauntlet? Fucking Banks.
Yeah.
Oh
God,
yeah.
I really, man. Fuck this show. I have nothing to say.
No, I'm glad Banks won, but it's like, you know what's going to happen now? That stupid fucking boring bitch Bailey is going to have something to do with it, and I got to sit through that shit again. Like, oh, I want to do it for the fans.
Wait a minute, hold up. Because I really have not been fucking, I've really been forgetting. Who the fuck else is in these goddamn matches?
Well, no, it was Ruby Riott, Mickey James.
No. I'm talking about the Money in the Bank.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana, Naomi, and Sasha Banks. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it'd be cool. And interpromotional, that might be cool. I don't know. But you, Trey, you're the main event as always. I know that you don't feel like putting on your main event voice because you're really down and out right now. But just reach in there, pull it out, get that invisible dick out of your mouth, and do this, Trey.
God damn.
There's really nothing to say about the show. It was a 0 out of 5. It was just like I said, even Seth Rollins, even with that match, it's not enough to save Raw. I mean, it's bad. Like, bad storytelling all around for almost that whole entire roster. I don't really know how to even fix it. It's like, even with me trying to think and be a booker, how would I do this? Well, hell, I don't know. Like, because it's just insane how they're able to put out this amount of content. Like, I know SmackDown, like I said, it's been good for the past 2 weeks. I'm hoping for Saturday tomorrow. But I don't have no hope for Raw at all whatsoever. The Money in the Bank side of theirs has been really bad compared to SmackDown's, and it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I know we did this thing earlier and we haven't done it in a while. Like, who's winning the draft? SmackDown's winning the draft. Like, granted, SmackDown has had bad shows, yeah, but none of them has been as bad as Raw. Like, all three of us have said, like, most of the shows, like, yeah, SmackDown's better this week or whatever. Like, even with SmackDown being good for the past 2 weeks, it has been. We've all acknowledged that SmackDown has been better. So yeah, it's just Raw is just blood. Like, it needs to just be trash now. Like, I can't really see it as an A show anymore if they're not putting the A show content on there. So, and then Enzo Amore wants to come back from the grave and release that music video and stuff. And he used to be on the Raw roster before he left. So I'm counting that towards my review. So yeah, this Raw gets a negative 10 out of 5. Because God dang it, man, that song is cringy. This Raw is bad. It's just trash, all around trash.
Can we just get a show that's just dedicated around Seth Rollins?
You know, like I'm honestly, we can probably just do that shit tomorrow. Like,
No. I'm talking about like a wrestling show. Like, can we get like a 30-minute wrestling show and just make it the Seth Rollins half hour?
Yeah, just Monday Night Rollins, and then just have him wrestle people in the gauntlet match all night.
There you go. There you go. Monday Night Rollins.
Absolutely, sir. But no, people, you know what's not? Hey Trey, just do your shit.
You know what's not shit?
Oh, what?
The ringside hangouts. Join us tomorrow on the SmackDown ringside.
Are we doing this tomorrow?
I want to. I believe in SmackDown. I want to do it tomorrow. So yes, join us tomorrow. SmackDown Ringside Hangouts. And then Wednesday is the midweek chat attack. Join us on the midweek chat attack as we talk about things in the middle of the week. Friday is the Untitled Gaming Show with Ganja Guru, Alan Birdman, Nick Diaz, and sometimes me every 2 weeks. Join us there on the Midnight Chat Attack Facebook page. Speaking of the Midnight Chat Attack Facebook page, join us on the Midnight Chat Attack Facebook page. We got awesome stuff going on all the time. We got the Midnight Chat Attack Amino. Join us there. We about the community questions on the Midnight Chat Attack. So ask you little questions and we'll get them answered on that show. And of course, you know, if you want to see that music playlist, add your songs and listen to that sweet funky jams that we got on there. But please don't add that Enzo song because I will get that shit deleted immediately. And then Saturday is the main event of this channel, the Midnight Chat Attack. Join us there at 7:30 CST. We got the After Hours ran by Nick Diaz.
Oh yes, and this week Jurassic Park. Okay, I'm sorry.
Speaking of Jurassic Park, when I was at work yesterday, there was some old dude that looked exactly like John Hammond. I was about to be like, yo!
I spare no expense.
Yeah, you spare no expense of buying a damn Surface laptop, aren't you? But I was like, wait a minute, no, I'm gonna step back.
You know what I'm always afraid of having like that much white on me? Is like sitting on something and like when I get up it looks like doo-doo. Like I don't know why, but like that always bothered me with this fucking costume. Because he walks around.
But every time I clock back around, you get the Monday ringside hangouts.
No, but wait, what's up right now, Trey? No, I'm not done yet.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. It's time to add that Enzo song
eating fucking chocolate or some shit, Nick.
All I know is
just eat a single little chocolate bar, and all of a sudden the piece just gets on you. Start wiping it off. It gets smudgy.
Dude, okay, actually, I did at the movie theater recently. No, dude, because I had a black shirt on too, but it's still weird. Cause okay, I'm sorry, people. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck wrestling. I don't give a shit anymore. So okay, the thing is, we'll end off right after this.
Welcome to the Ringside Hangout After Show. Anyway, yeah, keep going.
No, man. I was at the movie theater. I had some Butterfinger BBs. Where the fuck those little like snacky things?
Oh, those are so good.
They are good, dude. I'll die for those. But here's the thing, though, is they were all crumbling inside the fucking packet. So I'm over there just chilling, being a fat fuck watching the movie. I was watching Ready Player One. And the crumbs came out.
And then all of a sudden, they just got everywhere.
No, yeah, I was like, how the fuck? Like, I didn't just throw this shit on me. I woke up, when I got up and I went outside, I looked like I was a fucking baby. Just spilled spaghetti noodles on me, but it was fucking chocolate. It was ridiculous. Anyways, people, wrestling. Thank you very much. We'll see you.
Back around. We get the Monday night ringside. Helvic, I am not done. Turn that clock back around. You get the Monday Night Raw Ringside Hangouts. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys.
Yeah, shut that cough ass shit.
Let me get my spill out there. This spill is very important for me, you know? It's like, I enjoy it, you know? I put my professional voice on like I'm at work, and I just, you know, I like to put it out there, you know?
Hey, you know about them Butterfinger BBs. I think you can get them at wrestling shows, too.
Oh,
so,
yes.
you know, that fucking problem that you had at the theater, Nick, I'm pretty sure you could do it at a wrestling show.
Exactly. So, people, also make sure to watch our show next week to buy Butterfinger BBs for $8 because movie theater prices. And
yo, but I go to Walmart and probably get it for like $1.
Attack the snacks.
Attack the mother beef and snack. God dang it.
I'm telling you. And hopefully, you know about Solo. I don't know if that movie's actually that fucking bad. I'm gonna watch it eventually.
Yo, no, it's actually really good, man. I enjoyed the fuck out. Man, I didn't.
Happy Holiday.
Happy Nick Diaz.